I'm Major Kiona Zappe and I work at G9 in Landcom at Nato. The first time I really was interested in the military was when I was like 14 and I went to this police boot camp thing because my best friend and I couldn't go to Girl Scout camp. So we went and I loved it, she hated it, and kind of from there on throughout high school, it was something I was interested in. So by the time I was like 17, I decided, yeah, I really want to join the military. So I decided on the Army and then pursued ROTC. I joined because my family has a long history of serving, but I think the one person who really inspired me to join was my grandmother on my dad's side, my Grandma Zappe. She was a wave back in World War II. The Navy equivalent of the wax. She talked about it like it was yesterday, and that was just really inspiring, hearing her stories and then really like seeing her pictures of her in her uniform, and just was like a seed planted in me when I was younger. My role at Landcom G9 is a cross-cutting topics staff officer, things that cut across all divisions within the staff. Protection of civilians, children in armed conflict, building integrity, women, peace and security, and cultural property protection. We are developing the policies and procedures, reports and assessments that can be sent to the lower level commands so that the soldiers on the ground can use those. So I first started doing yoga in high school, but then I really didn't get into it until like 2011 when I was stationed at Bragg and I was playing rugby. That's my old passion, was rugby. So I kind of have this dual sides, and rugby is a great sport. It's just too hard. So I started doing yoga to try to recuperate from the matches and the practices. And back then it was really just the physical practice for me. I was stationed in Washington, D.C. in 2017. It was like really difficult for me socially. I didn't have a lot of friends. I was kind of out of my network. I ended up joining Team Red, White, and Blue, an American nonprofit organization. And so from there, I kept going to different American Legion events, and at one, I ran into the founder of Vatoga. And so we started chatting, and he's like, oh, you should come to my training. Went to the teacher training, and that's kind of when I found like my home for the first time. So I was 32, I guess, when I went to my 200-hour YTT. I was 33 when I got my 500-hour yoga teacher training. So I've taught at Bragg mostly, and then since I've been stationed here at Landcom, I have about 25 students on and off. A lot of people now, like my close friends, all they see is like, oh, the rugby player, and I have somewhat have had a different personality, I guess. I've calmed down a lot. But I think that was necessary. I guess my advice for anyone out there would be follow your own path, and your body will tell you when you're not doing the right thing. So that like gut feeling, that's really your body telling you that something's like not good for us, whether it's, you know, drinking in excess or pursuing hobbies that are really not like healthy, or, you know, just even just going to bed late. A big part of the rugby culture is drinking alcohol. And so I am 10 months sober as of yesterday, because that's just something that now I'm like, I can't even believe I drank alcohol as much as I did, and this is not going to help me grow more into my spirituality if I continue to do this, and everything that I read tells me not to do it. It's been great having my husband visit me here in Turkey. He finally gets to experience what I've been experiencing. We get to share some of the things that I love to do, including yoga, and then just experiencing Turkish culture. I like to share the practice because, again, it just plants that seed in people to go further. For the soldier, namaste.